Smoke and twisted metal is all that remains of a plane that crashed this afternoon in Brooklyn Park. This is new video coming in minutes before we went on air, just showing that devastation inside that home. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Morgan Wolf. We start with breaking news out of Brooklyn Park. Right now, authorities are trying to piece together how that plane went down in a neighborhood, crashing into that home. In just the last 90 minutes, officials say that they believe to be no survivors from that plane. But amazingly, everyone inside that home is okay tonight. The NTSB says that the plane went down at 12:20 in the area of Noble Parkway and Kyle Avenue North, 5 miles from where investigators say that it was trying to land at the Anoka County Blaine Airport. The aftermath of that crash is just devastating. Look at all of those flames. Neighbors sharing this video with us moments right after that crash happened. You can see the smoke and flames just billowing from that home. We have team coverage of this plane crash tonight, and we're going to start with our Joe McCoy, who has the latest information from crews at the scene. Joe?
Yes, Morgan, I do have that latest information, but first I want to show everyone exactly how the scene looks now that emergency crews have mostly cleared out. We're able to get a better vantage point to the damage that was caused to this home. On that left side there, you can see what it looks to be 2 vehicles that were in the garage. As you mentioned, Morgan, officials confirming there were no survivors who were on the plane. Officials did confirm now that none of the residents in that home were injured or killed. They said later tonight they're hoping to give us an update on whether or not those inside the home were either in the home when the crash happened or whether or not they were lucky enough not to be inside when this happened. So we learned that this was a small engine plane. Typically these are reserved for business travel. It was flying from Des Moines, Iowa to the Anoka County Blaine Airport, as you mentioned, Morgan. This crash happened on Kyle Avenue. The nearest intersection is Kyle Avenue and Noble Parkway that is here in Brooklyn Park. That plane went down at 12:20, and the NTSB and FFA are investigating, which is customary for an incident like this. I want you all to take a listen to what the Brooklyn Park mayor had to say just about an hour or so ago.
As a city, we're grateful there are no casualties within the actual residence itself. Heart goes out to the families of folks that were in the plane. But I will say that as a community and as a city, we're very much going to surround the families that have been affected by this. Our heart very much goes out to them.
Brooklyn Park officials say they hope to have an additional press conference tonight where they could give us some more information. Of course, we will bring that to you tonight at 10 o'clock. Morgan.
All right. Thanks, Joe, for staying out there so long. Thank you. Also, just in tonight, KARE 11 obtained this incredible security video from a nearby home, which shows what appears to be the plane plummeting from the sky right by those pine trees there. And you see it go down. Now, we had the chance to get in touch with a former investigator from the NTSB, shared what he thinks may have happened.
The way the airplane gets into that position is an aerodynamic stall. That's not an engine stall. That's actually where the wing stops flying because of a lack of airspeed and flow over the wing to create lift. Then gravity takes over. The weight of the aircraft is now heading to the ground, and typically it is in a very vertical 80-90 degree position.
Just a very tragic situation here that is unfolding. The crash understandably coming as a shock as it happened in a residential area with a lot of homes nearby. Sammy Salina has had the chance to talk with some of those neighbors in the area. And what are they saying tonight?
Hi, Morgan. Yeah, there were a lot of people that were out right after that crash. Some came out because they heard the boom, others felt that jolt, and some people just saw the flames. In fact, there were a number of people who I talked to who live near that home who said they believed that something was wrong with their home because of how loud and how fast the fire came. Now, we talked with people as crews were putting out those flames. Take a look.
I was in my kitchen, and all of a sudden I heard this big boom, louder than I've ever heard living here, and I live real close to here.
I heard something that sounded like a car going down the road.
I was asking my kids what's going on, is the house falling or something? One of my daughter came and I said, hey, Mom, there's a crash just around our house. I said, crash?
Now, we talked with those people before we learned what happened in that home, that a plane came down, everyone in that plane died while people were able to make it safely out of that home. But everyone that I talked to said that they were worried, concerned about people in that aircraft and the people inside of that home. So there's certainly a lot of emotions going on in this neighborhood now. Morgan.
A lot of emotions, and we still have a lot of questions too. Thank you, Sammy.